streaming around the clock on CBS News Boston. You're watching WBZ News.
And welcome aboard, everyone. I'm Ken MacLeod with a WBZ News update, and here are your top stories this afternoon. Health officials are warning some Roxbury residents to keep their windows closed while crews battle a serious but hard-to-reach fire at a trash transfer facility. You can see the smoke billowing from the building at 65 Girard Street. The fire chief says just 30 minutes after arriving on scene, he was forced to order all crews out of the building. It has since gone to 8 alarms because officials say there are hazardous materials inside under piles of construction debris, making this fire very challenging.
These piles are so deep and dense, they could burn for days. Because I can't get firefighters in there to move the piles with debris. You know, they have to do it by hand. And I can't risk their lives doing something like that. Just to save a building that's empty, that can be replaced easily.
And with that in mind, officials say there is no quick fix to putting this fire out. But health officials are on scene monitoring the surrounding air quality. Tens of thousands of spectators flocked to South Boston's annual St. Patrick's Day Parade today. The event started about 90 minutes earlier than in years past with the hope of curbing rowdiness and drunkenness. WBZ's Logan Hall was there to take it all in.
We are at the St. Patrick's Day Parade here in South Boston. Folks are having a great time. This is the annual tradition here, racking up over 1 million people here to enjoy the festivities and have a good time. What do we say? Are we having fun here, guys?
It's all about, the friends, the family, having fun, just having a great time, all about the positive attitude in Boston.
Oh my God, it's so wild. Like every time, you can't match the spirit in Boston. Like it's so much fun. Like everyone here is always out to have a great time, and I always have a great time here with my friends.
The parade dates back over 100 years and features local elected officials and businesses. The route started out on West Broadway and went throughout South Boston with huge crowds all along the way. Reporting from the parade, Logan Hall, WBZ News.
Fortunately, it was only overcast, not rainy, but the WBZ weather team has issued a next weather alert for rain that'll move in tonight and bring us a wet St. Patrick's Day. Meteorologist Jacob Wycoff is timing out the impacts.
We do have a next weather alert in effect for the day tomorrow. Heavy rain expected starting as early as Sunday midnight or so overnight hours, pretty much all day Monday going to be filled with rain. It may not be filled with rain the entire time, but I think a lot of the time will be rainy, so we'll call it a washout. Ponding on roads, some isolated spots could pick up some flooding. I don't expect this to be a big deal, but something to watch for sure. Moderate to heavy rainfall expected starting just after midnight. The heaviest of the rain for Monday will be around in the morning hours. This will gradually taper off as we go later into the morning and into the afternoon, but definitely not done with the rain just yet. Murky conditions, some light to moderate shower activity right on into the afternoon, into the evening before this winds down and pushes out of here for Tuesday. And when all is said and done, we're talking 1 to 2 inches of rain, perhaps even locally higher amounts where we could see 2+ inches. It's definitely going to be a soaker of a Monday. Today, the clouds have built. We got rid of all of those, the fog that was around. Now we're just tracking a couple of sprinkles here or there. Can't rule out an isolated sprinkle, a couple of raindrops here or there, but the big line of storms is off through the Ohio River Valley into the mid-Atlantic, moving in our direction. Quite a bit of moisture, quite a bit of energy associated with this. For us locally, I don't expect this to be a severe thing. It's just going to be a wet thing. It's going to be pretty rainy starting tonight into tomorrow. There's the clouds that are in place. We're going to hold on to the clouds pretty much all day. Visibilities have been reduced, but those are improving as well. Our hour-by-hour forecast takes us into the upper 60s for our afternoon highs. We're going to be near record warmth. We'll see where the final numbers come in, but I expect us to fall just short of that for today. Tomorrow, upper 50s. The heaviest of the rain will be around in the morning. We get some gradual clearing that will be around the later into the evening we go. Dry for Tuesday, Wednesday, and most of Thursday. Thursday night into Friday is going to be our next chance for rain. So kind of bookended this upcoming work week, Monday and Friday, with those chances of rain. It plays out like this. There's the rain for Monday, dry for Tuesday, Wednesday, and most of Thursday. And then our next system arrives on Friday. You see Friday right there. Behind this, cooler air will spill in. And so I think you'll notice that change in different air mass that's in place Friday and Saturday, only in the 40s to near 50 degrees this upcoming weekend. Here's your full 7-day forecast. Let's watch tomorrow for that soaking rain. Back to you.
All right, Jacob, thanks. NEATM astronaut Sonny Williams is one step closer to finally returning to Earth. 4 new crew members representing the U.S., Japan, and Russia got a warm welcome at the International Space Station just after midnight. In a few days, Williams and Wilmore will travel back to Earth after being stranded on the space station for months. And Williams was happy to see some new faces when that new crew arrived.
It was a wonderful day. Great to see our friends arrive. So thank you so much.
Weather permitting, the SpaceX capsule carrying Williams, Wilmore, and 2 other astronauts will undock from the space station no earlier than Wednesday, though. It'll then make its way toward a splashdown off the coast of Florida. We now know that a 17-year-old has been arrested in connection with a deadly shooting in Fall River. Police say this is the city's first homicide of the year. Police say the victim was shot in the head yesterday afternoon inside an apartment on Rodman Street. He was rushed to the hospital where he later died. Police say a 17-year-old boy who is a relative of the victim was taken into custody. Police say this is still very much an active investigation. At least 33 people across the central and southern U.S. are now confirmed dead after violent tornadoes and high winds decimated homes, wiped out schools, and toppled tractor trailers out on the highway. Nearly a half-dozen tornadoes were reported in Missouri alone. Powerful winds impacted people from the Canadian border all the way down to Texas. The monster storm system also produced dust storms and even icy conditions. Overseas, at least 59 people have died and more than 150 others have been injured after a massive fire tore through a nightclub in North Macedonia. The fire began around 2:30 this morning during a concert by a local pop group at Club Pulse. Officials say clubgoers using pyrotechnics caught the ceiling on fire and those flames spread quickly. The country's interior minister says arrest warrants have been issued for several people in connection with that fire. A federal judge is blocking a new order from President Trump to deport some immigrants that the White House contends are members of a Venezuelan gang. The order invoked a rarely used law that dates back more than 200 years. Bradley Blackburn explains.
As President Trump waved to supporters leaving his West Palm Beach golf club Saturday, a federal judge said one of his orders may be out of bounds. In a proclamation signed Friday, the president declared the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua is invading the United States and ordered the arrest and deportation of its members without typical due process. The president cited a 1798 law called the Alien Enemies Act, which has been used only a few times in U.S. history, including during World Wars I and II. But Saturday, a federal judge in Washington blocked deportations with a 14-day restraining order. He said planes already in the air carrying deportees should turn around. In a statement, Attorney General Pam Bondi said the judge, quote, supported Tren de Aragua terrorists over the safety of Americans. The president is testing the limits of his authority on immigration. On Friday, in an unusual visit to the Department of Justice, Trump shared his approach.
And they said, no, people that come into our country are all wonderful people. No, they're not wonderful. These are stone cold killers. These are killers they make our killers look nice by comparison.
The AP reports the Trump administration will pay El Salvador $6 million to hold members of the Tren de Aragua gang in its notorious prison. The deal would cover about 300 alleged gang members for 1 year. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
All right, are you feeling lucky? The Powerball jackpot has now jumped to $398 million. That's after nobody matched all of the numbers in last night's drawing. The next drawing is set for tomorrow night. If you win and opt for the cash payout, that'll be worth about $185 million. We thank you for checking in with us. The news continues streaming on cbsnews.com/Boston. And if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to like it and subscribe. Hope you have a great day.